good Guinness after a hard day's of work. My name is Will Hankins. You may remember me from the YouTube channel Barcalac Pictures, and now the host of Cookin Up a Storm on our new channel Feast Wars. Today, we got an exciting video for you. We're doing some sliders, but not just any sliders. We're doing pretzel bun sliders. Sort of like a French themed slider almost. I guess you got your pretzels, you got your ground mustard and all that. But doing just a slider doesn't sound fun, does it? So in addition to that, we're also going to be doing potato wedges. So without further ado, go ahead and pause the screen to view the ingredients and let's get to cooking. Alright, so you're going to want to start by preheating your oven to 450, because right now, first, we're going to be talking about the potatoes. We're using Yukon Gold, pretty good potato, great for mashed potatoes, but I normally use russet, but we're going to try it with the Yukon Gold and see how that. So you're going to want to just cut them into nice strips. And that is exactly what you want. Now I'm just going to repeat the process for the remaining 8 potatoes. We'll be right back. And we got all of our potatoes beautifully cut, I might add. And look at that, that's perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get a baking sheet, get them tossed with some oil and seasoned, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to add on to this 6 tablespoons of canola oil, 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're just going to add that in. And then I'm just going to add a pinch of paprika to that. And we mix. Make sure it's evenly coated in the oils and the juices. Such as now, preferably you want to do this in a bowl, but I didn't have a bowl big enough, so I'm doing it by hand and in the actual baking sheet itself. Alright, so we got our potatoes evenly coated in our oils and seasonings, and now I'm a man. We're just gonna bake these for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna check them after 15 minutes, turn them over, and then they just keep cooking anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, potatoes are in the oven, so now it's time to start thinking about our burgers. Now the only type of meat you want to use for burgers is 80-20. That means there's gonna be a lot more fat, and fat means flavor, essentially. Normally I prefer smash burgers. We like roll it up into a ball, put it on the hot cooking surface and just smash it down. But we can't really do that today because we're doing sliders and we need to fit the burger to our bun. And in this case, it's a pretzel roll and it smells delicious. Give me all the money. Okay, so I'm gonna take our ground beef out of the packaging. You want to squish this as little as possible so that you're not smushing everything. Here, let me just show you an example of this. This looks really good, right? But then you just end up smushing, 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 and 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 then it just becomes this singular piece of crap, and it just ends up being too solid. And that's going to make your burgers a lot rougher. So you want to compress the burger as little as possible, and your burger is going to be a lot tastier, a lot juicier. You're going to end up with a better result. So that's exactly what we're going to do with these. See, I'm being gentle with it. That way I'm not crushing it too much. I'm using my bun as reference, and yes, I am taking into account the fact that this is going to shrink. Cooking, because that's what beef does. You want to get a nice rare burger to its size. I'm just going to do this 11 more times. And some of these burgers are looking a little too fat, so I'm gonna take some meat off of them and make another burger. You don't want them to be too thick so that they'll puff up like a ball. You don't want them to be balls. You want them to be nice patties. 2 pounds of ground beef, 80-20, makes 13 perfect slider patties. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, it's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna check on these potatoes. Get these guys flipped. And we got those flipped. So we're going to let these cook for an additional 10 to 20 minutes or however much longer they need to cook for. Alright, let's get back to those patties. Alright, potatoes are flipped and good. They're looking really nice. Now let's get to seasoning the patties. Of course, it's more about what the cook likes, what their personal preference is. But for me, I should do a little Himalayan pink salt. Some black pepper. And some garlic powder. I personally like a lot of garlic powder. And then just flip and repeat. Okay, burgers are seasoned, and I'll get back to you when we get some heat going. Alright, so we're going to hold off on doing the burgers right now just until we get a good time in on the potatoes. So while we wait, we may as well make a dipping sauce for our potatoes. Some mayonnaise, sour cream, some paprika, pinch of salt, and black pepper. Some minced garlic, and with that, we mix her up. And we're just going to give that a little taste of the pinky. That's really good. Okay, so our potatoes are done. Just going to take these out of the oven. Turn this oven off now. Okay. Now we're just going to let these set and cool. And in the meantime, let's talk about the buns. And I'm just going to give this a try real quick. Tastes really good. Of course, when I cool it down, I'm probably going to add a little more salt to it. But then again, when it's cooled down, I'm probably not even going to need that. So let's talk about the buns here. We have 12, counting 12, pretzel buns. They smell heavenly. So with these, we're just gonna put them down the middle, like so, cut it in half. And I'm just gonna get these prepped up, and then when we come back, we'll begin toasting these. Alright, so we're out here at our electric griddle, and before we do the burgers, we're gonna toast our buns a bit. So I got our pretzel buns, and I got some EVOO. Da-da-da. Spread it around. And on the okay, so we got our buns nice and toasted, all gathered up. We're just gonna get these prepped up, and we're gonna get the burgers cooked. We'll be right back. Alright, so now it's time for the burgers. So we're making 12 burgers, but remember when I made that 13th one with that extra beef? We're going to use this to test the griddle, make sure it's not too hot for the patties. So, here we go. We got it at 420 degrees. Let's try it. Alright. Switch it down. And remember what I said? Don't squish it too hard, because then if you squish it like I did, then you have all those little spaces, and that means you get more juices as you're cooking, as you can see here. And you're going to get a much more tasty burger that way. I'll flip this over, see how it looks. Oh my god, look at that! Now I noticed when I was toasting the buns, like it's hotter in certain areas, so I want to make sure with this burger that it's going to be fine. Alright, here's the burger. Let's just cut into that. Oh yeah, that is exactly what you want. Let me just get a little taste of this. That was so perfect. Now imagine that. On the bun, with the cheese. We're using Swiss cheese, by the way, because pretzels. On the pretzel bun, with the Swiss cheese, with the sauce, and with minced yellow onion that we also have. It's going to pair greatly. Now I'm going to cook these other 12 ones up with this cheese, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are almost done, almost ready to eat, but first we need to dress up these buns. So, I have here whole grain ground garlic mustard. Because it's pretzel, get it? Then to that we're going to be using some Kewpie Japanese mayonnaise. Then we mix it up. Camera just turned off, but we hooked it up to the charger, so we're good. Now, minced onions. We have half of a sweet yellow onion minced up. Alright, great. We have just enough. Okay, now our burger patty. And of course, lid. Okay, that's a bit of a blooper. Luckily, I'm going right now. Without further ado, cue that kick-ass video. And we're finally done with the burgers. Wow, you guys, they look really good. You're probably all wondering how it tastes, so I may as well fill you in. Oh my god! That is so juicy. The Kewpie, the whole grain mustard, the onion, the Swiss, the pretzel bun. I don't even like whole grain mustard. And it works on this. Damn, that is good. Now, tail wedge. Garlic dipping sauce. It's a feast for us. And there you have it. Really, I'm not gonna say easy, but and I'm not gonna say quick either. But it's worth it. It's really good. And I recommend all of you try this. So don't forget to like, share, hell, even hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And I'll try to keep posting regularly every Monday. With that said, this has been Cooking Up a Storm with your host, Will Hankins. Y'all have a good day now.